So here is your follow along full mobility session. This mobility session is designed, it's a little bit longer than the cool down, the warm up, and it's designed to do standalone. So if you are feeling a little bit stiff, a little bit achy, if you feel like you need to do a longer warm up, then this is the one for you. So again, we're going to hit full body, we're going to activate muscle, we're going to mobilize bits and pieces. It's based on different mobilization that I've picked up over the years from different roles of yoga, Steve Maxwell, who I used to train with, and different bits and pieces along the way. Hope you enjoy it, hope you find it useful. So what we're going to do to start is we're going to grab a belt. So you need your jiu-jitsu belt for a start. So what we're going to do is something called circumduction. So we're going to hold it quite wide and we're going to go straight over and straight over. And what you should feel is that it's manageable and that it's not pulling muscle, hurting. You should never push anything too much, so pain is quite high. Yeah. So this is just taking your shoulders through a really good range of motion. So about 5 or 10 of those, then you're going to hold the belt straight overhead and you're going to go ear to ear, ear to ear. You can do this with a band as well, it gives a little bit of pull. Belt's a little bit less forgiving, but just keep it easy, keep it steady. Excellent, about 5 each side. And now what we're going to do, a little bit trickier, is I'm going to bring that bicep close to my ear. Oh, and the other way. I had a shoulder injury years ago, and that one shoulder makes a bit of a grindy sound. So as long as you've got no pain, might feel stiff, but as long as you've got no pain, you'll be fine. Excellent, you probably can hear that poppy crunch. Very important to keep these shoulders through a good range of motion. Now the next one is where your intercostals are going to take place. I've seen a lot of intercostal issues over my years of jiu-jitsu. So what we're going to do is circle round as this goes up. Sorry if I make loads of old man noises. It's really hard to talk and do this. Really good for warming up your core. Really good for mobilizing shoulders, warming up intercostals. And again, you want to do about 5 or 10 each side. I'm not counting, but I'm taking my time doing these. Excellent. Shoulders done. They should feel quite loose and quite worked. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do what's called a cat-cow. So not a cat tilt, that's different. We're going to do a cat-cow. So you need to be on all fours, and I'm going to spread my fingers. I'm going to push my chest towards the floor and keep my arms straight, and then I'm going to rise up. And rise up, not like this, but rise up from your scapula, your shoulder blades. Very important. This is there to create good scapular mobilization. And up. I'll do that about 3 times, try to push down a bit further each time. And up. Excellent. Scapula is really important. If you've got poor scapular movement, you're going to get injured. Your scapula moves back, forward, up, down, round. Really sophisticated. So it's very, very important to keep that movement. What are we doing next? So we are doing same position, and we're going to circle round. So mine generally sound like ball bearings clicking in, but we're going to keep that arm straight and we're going to circle these round. Yep, that's great to get those shoulders working. Next what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my right hand, I'm going to sit back slightly and I'm going to feed this through, and I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on my shoulder and other way. Through, shoulder. Do that again. Shoulder. Shoulder. Excellent. What we're going to do now is we're going to do what's called a knee rock position. So you have to have good mobilized knees and hips for jiu-jitsu. This can be quite tough. I do this with lots and lots of my clients to help mobilize hips. Hands on the floor, sit back and just rock side to side. You probably can hear things cricking. If that's okay, we can take this to the next level. If not, you stick at that level. But more advanced would be here, and what I'm going to do is take my hands off the floor, if you can, and rock side to side. You can really feel that activating your core. What we're trying to do through this is mobilize, but we're trying to activate muscle as well. Really important, great as bits of rehab, prehab kind of work. Very important is mobility, really important. Great. Now I'm going to do a great position where we're going to try and mobilize more of your neck and your thoracic, the middle of your back. So we're going to get into what's called a sphinx position. So if you think of a sphinx, this position here, and bring your elbows right back here. I can feel that already in my core, a little bit in my lower back. And I'm going to look at the floor and then come up, bring my eyes up, look at the ceiling, and repeat that about 5 times. Breathing nice and soft. Excellent. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look right behind me, like there's someone stood behind me. If you've got poor mobility in your neck, some people might get stuck here, that's fine. Don't over push it, just go with what movement you can. Yeah, this is about movement at your level. Don't hold your breath, keep your breath nice and soft all the way through. Great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called a sciatic slump. I actually got introduced to this when I did Olympic lifting, which is really good to help to reduce the chance of sciatic symptoms, which is big problems. So this is really good. Olympic lifting's pretty tough. Jiu-jitsu is pretty tough, and I used to get quite a lot of lower back pain. This really helps the nerve response. So what we're going to do is slump your head. This is a bit strange, by the way, but you'll be okay. Bring your toes back and pull your toes. Keep your leg straight. If you've got really, really tight hamstrings, you might be here. You try your best to keep that locked in. Pull that back and repeat that 5 times. So that strange feeling you're feeling, that's the nerve response. So I can tell I've got tight calves because I can feel it really tight in the top of my calves. Good. Swap leg. Pull that in. So it's important to hold this, not really hug it, just hold it. Drop your head. Pull. Pull. Good. Excellent. Come to the middle. Cross your legs if you like. I'm just going to do more neck. So I'm just going to look up. Down. Left. Right. And then circle. Getting stiff necks is very, very, very common in jiu-jitsu. Excellent work. Now what I'm going to do. Now, very important to say, I'm not a yoga instructor. I have done yoga in the past. Mobility in yoga is very different. It's a long story, so I won't get well into it. So when I go into some of these positions, it's not to perfect some yoga movements, if that makes sense. We're just using those movements to help us mobilize. So we're going into what's called a downward dog. So what I'm going to do is that my toes are off the floor, heels are off the floor. I'm going to push my bum right back. Now what we're going to do is lift a heel and lift a heel. I'm trying to get my heel to the floor. That's really going to activate my calves. Keeping your bum back, keeping it active within. Ooh, sorry, a little bit of pain there. I'm going to bring my knee now straight through the middle and sit back. Yeah, you got that? So my knee's just gone right through the middle of my hands and I've put my weight onto one side. And I'm going to come back up. I'm going to chuck that leg up once and I'm going to swap. So get back into that position, bring forward with that knee, put my weight through. Good. Back, up, back. So I'm going to sit on my feet. I'm actually trying to widen that gap. So I'm trying to get a nice seat for my bum. I'm going to sit back. And if you've got tight quads, this could be quite hard for you. Do what you can. I have seen some people just fall back. Never do that. You're gonna seriously pull some muscles there. If you come forward, hand